Hey everyone. So last time I did this, I'm like, I'm not gonna film on my phone. My phone has horrible quality. Then I realized my phone has better quality than the camera I used last time. So here we are, about to talk about
The Sims Sparked.
episode 2. And I have my notes on my laptop this time, so let's get into this. So the first challenge was that they have to show Sim in 3 different stages of their life. So from a toddler to a child to a teen, and make like rooms that relate to it. Team Gnome, their whole thing was they're gonna do like this protesting kid. Team Cowplant wanted to have a boy who's struggling with his identity, and Team Llama wanted a spellcaster kid. And Team Llama, I don't know how they're actually still here. They fight so much. Like, Dr. Gluon seems to be a big problem in their group, and like, no offense, if I watch his streams, I enjoy him, but they just need to learn how to communicate, because it is... When they presented Team Gnome, they had like, I loved their builds, and it was so cute that it was like inspired by Plumbella's dad, and I love him from her videos, he's in some of them, and I was like, he's funny. She had a recent one where like they made her in The Sims, and it was funny. I liked how their rooms at the street stages weren't like bedrooms. It was important places like the mine, and it was a bedroom at one point, or like living room, and then like a coffee shop protest, which is cool. Team Llama had Amethyst, and I felt like her character like didn't feel consistent throughout. Like, she really changed, and she wants to use her magic to help the unfortunate children, and it just like it wasn't elaborated on that much. Team Cowplant, their story was about this boy named Mac. I was bored during it, and I know the judges liked it, and I was just like, whatever. And then Team Cowplant actually won, and I already wrote down before then Team Gnome won, and I was like, oh, you got me there. But and they came in second, and so then of course, and then Team Llama was in third, so they're in last place again for like the millionth time. The elimination challenge was create a short video inspired like by sci-fi or fantasy, and each team they'd go through and pick a pack. So Team Cowplant ended up picking Island Living, Seasons, and Discover University. Team Gnome ended up picking Get to Work, Strangerville, and Dine Out, and Team Llama got Vampires, Get Famous, and Jungle Adventure. Team Llama's story was they wanted to have an actress who misses being young and turns into a vampire. Team Cowplant was having mermaids that a mermaid cult that kidnaps frat boys, and Team Gnome was having the judges be kidnapped by Ravon, who's an alien, and made them work in a restaurant. And then the twist was that they had to include their kid or person from the Parenthood story into this, and I was really impressed because Plumella made her group Sims really look like the judges, which was cool. Llamas, they had their character find Amethyst and turn her young and into a vampire. And I'm like, that kind of just ruined everything you set up with Amethyst in the first story, which is weird. And it was definitely their best work yet, though. Very impressive. Team Cowplant, and they had a Mean Girls quote. I'm like, I see you with the Mean Girls quote. And the way they told their story kind of just was confusing. It didn't really properly get across. And Team Gnome, they had John save the judges, which was funny, but it was also confusing. And I was like, oh my god, so it's gonna be Team Cowplant versus Team Gnome. And then I'm like, I literally say, so I'm like, okay, Team Llama wins this challenge. And I say, I think Team Cowplant will be eliminated. And then my face, when it is Team Gnome that is eliminated, I mean, they'd won all the other challenges, so I don't think it's really fair. That's like, what, you have one bad challenge. I guess they won 2 out of 4 challenges, came in second in one of them. It's like, they'd done the best so far. Why would you get rid of them? It was just like, really? A really interesting choice. And I definitely now am going to be rooting for Team Cowplant, because they were my second favorite. It was like between the two of them. It's just like surprising, and I think I thought it was going to be 4 episodes, but I feel like there can only be 1 more episode unless it's the last thing's 2 parts where it's like, oh, this is what happens here, like, because there's only 2 teams left, and it's interesting. I think the idea for the show is like, it's cool, but it doesn't need to be like a real show. And maybe if they do it again, I think they should, instead of having like streamers, it'd be more interesting if they got like regular people who aren't big, or like at least not big streamers or something. Like, I'm obviously I wouldn't be good on that show, but I stream, I have 54 followers. It'd be interesting to see someone like me with not a lot of followers on this, and see how it's different, how they handle it, and yeah. But that's all for this video, and I will have another one of these when the next episode of Spark comes out, so check it out. Thanks for watching.